I'm Karrie Hill, lawyer turned realtor and coach, and this video is getting into the nitty-gritty of commission splits. Choosing the right brokerage is more than just a career move. It's about finding the perfect fit for your income potential and job satisfaction. But let's face it, if you're not earning enough, all the professional satisfaction in the world won't pay the bills. So let's get to it. So how much will you make at different brokerages? We get it. Figuring out how much you'll make at different brokerages can be a real headache, especially if you have to interview with every single one. But don't worry, we've got you covered. We've done the legwork, researching and interviewing to gather key information on a variety of brokerages. In this video, we'll break down the commission splits you can expect from some of the most popular and established brokerages. Whether you're a seasoned agent or just starting, understanding these splits can make all the difference in maximizing your earnings. Make no mistake, how you do at a brokerage requires more financial and non-financial comparisons than just your commission split. But no worries, we'll cover many of those other components in future videos. However, your commission split will most likely be the biggest contributor to your bottom line and overall happiness. So we'll start there. How commissions work. All right, now that we've set the stage, let's break down how commissions work in real estate. First, it's essential to understand the different types of commission structures and how the math plays out for each one. And by the way, if you already know all this, just skip to later parts in the video. They're all time-stamped. It's easy. Fixed percentage splits. This is the most straightforward model. The commission is split based on a fixed percentage agreed upon with your brokerage. Common splits include 50-50, 60-40, or 70-30. We'll break down exactly what that means in the next section. Graduated splits. Graduated splits adjust based on your performance or graduation from a brand new agent status. For example, you might start at a 50-50 split as a new agent, and then after hitting certain sales targets or gaining experience, your split could improve to 60-40 or even higher. Cap system. In the cap system, you contribute a percentage of your commissions to the brokerage until you reach a predetermined cap. After hitting this cap, you keep 100% of your commissions for the rest of the year. This can be a significant advantage for high-producing agents. For instance, if a brokerage sets a cap at $16,000, once you've paid this amount to the brokerage, all subsequent commissions are yours to keep each year, maximizing your earnings. 100% commission plan. With a 100% commission plan, you don't split your commissions with the brokerage. Instead, you pay a flat fee per transaction or monthly office fees, or both. Royalty fees. While royalty fees are not a commission split, royalty fees are an important factor to consider. All brokerages charge some type of administration fees, but royalty fees are often higher and can't be ignored. Plus, they're per transaction, so the percentage really matters. Basically, these fees can eat into your earnings, so it's crucial to factor them in when comparing different brokerages. For example, if your split is 70-30 and there's a 6% royalty fee, the real split for you is 64-36. This is important because brokerages with a royalty fee mostly don't quote that part. We'll cover brokerage fees in more detail again in a later video, but for now we are going to include royalty fees in the commission split discussion because they're so important. Commission math. Now that you're familiar with the types of commission splits, let's get into how the commission splits are calculated. This math applies to the vast majority of brokerages. Total commission calculation. An agent's commission is typically a percentage of the sale price of a home, as specified in a listing agreement or a buyer-agent agreement. This percentage can vary widely, usually ranging from 1.5% to 3.5% for each agent involved, the seller agent and the buyer agent. Here's a straightforward example. Home sale price, $1 million. Listing or buyer agent agreement fee, 3%. Agent commission calculation is agent commission equals the sales price times the commission rate. The agent commission is $1 million times 3% or $30,000. If that sounds really high to you right now, remember, agents pay for all of their own things to be in business. There's a lot of expenses you're going to have to cover with your $30,000. Plus, you're working on contingency. A lot of these deals will never close. So you have to factor that in as well, because you don't get paid unless it closes. Splitting agent commission with your brokerage. Once you've earned the commission, the next step is splitting it with your brokerage based on your contract terms. That's right. Right now, we're going to start giving away the commission you earned. So here's how it breaks down. If an agent's share is 80%, which is really high for the industry, by the way, and the brokerage share is 20%, step one is you will calculate the agent earnings, which in this case is the total commission times the agent's share. So going back to our example, the agent's earnings is $30,000 times 80% or $24,000. And if you want to know what your brokerage is going to get, well, you could just do the math and minus out the $24,000 from the $30,000, or you can calculate it in the same fashion where it's the brokerage's earnings equals the total commission times the brokerage's share. Therefore, the brokerage's share is $30,000 times 20% equals $6,000. But you might not be done there. Not all agents are part of a team, but many, especially new agents, prefer to start their careers within a team structure. Teams typically charge a percentage of an agent's earnings in exchange for value-added services like leads, guidance, resources, and tools. Here's how to calculate your net earnings after splitting them with the team. So let's go back to the other example and say that you've earned $24,000 after you have paid your brokerage split. Now with the team share, if it's 25%, the agent's net earnings, and by the way, 25% is low. It could be as high as 50%, your share with the team. So the agent's net earnings is $24,000 times 75%, because that's the part you get to keep, which equals $18,000. And that differential between what you had, $24,000, and what you have now, that goes to the team. Research challenges. Okay, before we get into the list of brokerages that and their typical commission splits, there are a few things we need to clear up. Traditional brokerage splits vary by office. Yep, you read that right. It's nearly impossible to quote exact commission splits for traditional brokerages. What's a traditional brokerage? Well, they are your classic franchise, the brick-and-mortar offices, the ones you've probably heard of. And yes, that is most brokerages out there. Why is it so tricky? Well, each franchise office is owned and operated by different broker owners who are free to set whatever commission splits they want to set. So you can't just look up the commission split on the internet for a particular traditional brokerage. Traditional brokerage splits vary by agent. To make things even more complicated, different agents within the same traditional brokerage office likely have different commission splits. These variations are based on factors like agent experience, success, or even their potential for success. And guess what? The criteria for these splits are usually known only to the broker owners. Agents in the office don't talk about it. But bottom line, again, there's no easy internet lookup here. Solving traditional brokerage problems. Given the non-transparent nature of traditional brokerage models, we've had to do a ton of research and conduct interviews to come up with a range of what most traditional brokerages seem to offer their agents. You'll still need to interview with an office to know what the broker owner will offer you. Cloud-based brokerage model commission splits. But hey, there's some better news. When it comes to cloud-based brokerages, commission split information is often transparent. You can actually look it up online. Cloud-based models don't sell franchise offices and typically don't have physical offices. This setup means lower expenses, no franchise bloat, and no duplicated staff across offices, allowing them to offer higher commission splits than the traditional models. But you'll still need to evaluate what they're giving you for that split and whether or not that brokerage is in a position to be sustainable. You should check out our other video about the profitability of brokerages to see a little bit how that is turning out for these various cloud-based brokerages. I'll link that at the end of this video. And by the way, if you're looking for a great cloud-based brokerage and you would like to get constant value, consider partnering with us at eXp Realty, the first cloud brokerage and the most successful and sustainable, and our sponsor team, the Wolfpack, where you'll get more value than anyone else in the real estate business is offering. It's all free when you partner with us. Learn more at smartagentalliance.com. Comparisons scope. Let's get down to business with our commission split comparison. We'll present the information starting from the lowest split ranges for agents to the best splits. And FYI, we've skipped the lowest possible splits, those that are for brand new agents, because those don't affect all agents and they're very temporary. Without further ado, here are the commission splits that most agents at these large established brokerages earn. Redfin, 30/70 to 75/25. Now remember, the first number is the agent and the second number is the brokerage. Redfin is a discount brokerage that charges lower fees for clients and pays lower splits to agents. However, the trade-off is that Redfin agents are salaried and can gain their own clients to reach the higher end of the split. Corin, 50/50 to 70/30. A traditional brokerage with a 6% royalty fee, so remember that's really 64/36. The splits here are fairly standard, but keep in mind that the royalty fee will take a bite out of your earnings because it's really 64/36. That's going to happen with every single one of the brokerages that I'm about to mention that have royalty fees. Douglas Elliman, 50/50 to 70/30. Another traditional brokerage, also with a 6% royalty fee. Similar to Corin, your splits will depend on your experience and success, but that royalty fee is something to consider. Coldwell Banker, 55/45 to 90/10. A well-known traditional brokerage with royalty fees ranging from 5% to 6.5%. They offer higher potential splits, especially for experienced agents. It takes a bit of negotiating to get to that 90/10, so beware there. Berkshire Hathaway, 60/40 to 90/10. Berkshire Hathaway operates under a traditional model, again with a 6% royalty fee. They provide competitive splits that can go up to 90/10 for top performing agents. Again, expect to negotiate for that. Better Homes and Gardens, 60/40 to 80/20. This traditional brokerage also charges a 6% royalty fee. Their splits are solid, offering a good balance for most agents. Compass, 60/40 to 92.5, 7.5. This is a traditional kind of hybrid brokerage that has a lower 4% fee, and they don't call it a royalty fee, but it's still per transaction, so we're mentioning it here. Again, top performers earn the higher splits, less the 4% fee. The agency, 70/30 to 90/10. Operating under a traditional model with a 6% royalty fee, the agency has been expanding a lot lately. A lot more offices in the last few years. Sotheby's, 70/30 to 90/10. Another traditional brokerage with, again, a 6% royalty fee. Sotheby's is a good choice for experienced agents looking for a prestigious brand. Of course, once you've been in real estate, you'll realize that the brand is really you, not your brokerage. Remax, 60/40 to 95/5. Remax is a traditional brokerage with a 5% royalty fee. A little lower, nice. They also have some of the best splits in the business, potentially going up to 95/5. Century 21, 70/30 to 92/8. This is a traditional brokerage that has a cap, although it wasn't clear if it's for every office, so you'll have to check. Anyway, it can have a cap of about $22,500, and they charge an 8% fee. They break it into two things, 6% and 2%, but again, it all comes out of your bottom line, so we're just adding them up. They offer good splits and a cap that can benefit high earners. Keller Williams, 70/30 to 100/0. Keller Williams is a traditional brokerage with a cap of $21,000 to $30,000. They do still charge a 6% royalty fee until the cap is reached. They offer the potential for agents to keep 100% of their earnings after they cap. eXp Realty, 80/20 to 100/0. A cloud-based modern brokerage with a cap of $16,000 and no royalty fees. eXp Realty offers some of the highest potential earnings, especially appealing for agents looking for flexibility and tech-driven support, as well as the biggest and first cloud-based model, which is by far the most profitable, helping agents continue to get more support for themselves and clients. Finding the best fit for your real estate career. Beyond your commission split, it's essential to evaluate other factors like the brokerage fees, support, training, resources, tool, community, the potential that your brokerage will last into the future. All these elements together will help you determine the best fit for you. Be sure to check out our other resources for more insights on these criteria. And as I mentioned, you really need to consider the brokerage's potential for future growth. There's also passive income opportunities at some, like eXp, and longevity in a rapidly evolving industry that is facing legal challenges and disruptors. And hey, if you are at one of the brokerages that I mentioned in this video and your split is different, could you please email us or comment below, because we want to have the most accurate information and we will update it on our Smart Agent Alliance site. Thank you in advance. To learn more about eXp Realty and the Wolfpack, here are some videos which should be showing up right now. Okay, they should have already been here. Are they? I don't know. Thank you for watching and have a great day.